Hi guys. Okay, last video of the day. I think I've done 4 or 5 today. So I'm about at my wit's end, and I'm sure you're sick and tired of looking at me with this face and this top. So okay, I think I mentioned quite a while ago that I was going to test out a whole bunch of different argan oils, and I tested out 4 different ones. The first argan oil that I had ever come across was the JOSIE MARAN one. I just bought a little tiny one just to show you because I gave my full size to a girlfriend of mine for her to try. Anyways, so this I was really amazed by, and I think I put it in my best of or holy grails where it's sort of a life changer, and it really has been. I think I now pretty much exclusively use argan oil to moisturize. I switch it off still with my Dr. Hauschka Rose Day Cream and with my Decleor Iris Balm at night. I found that the JOSIE MARAN, because it was my sort of first introduction, my first sense was the fact that I did smell a little bit of an odor, just because I have a really heightened sense of smell. So I don't think it would bother most of you, because 9 times out of 10, whenever I'm saying to anybody, oh my god, can you smell that? They can't. So if you're hypersensitive like me, you will notice a tiny bit of a smell. It's not like it was offensive in any way, shape, or form. It was just a very sort of earthy, organic, very sort of dirt kind of smell. And if you're used to, you know, for me, say with the Decleor or with the Dr. Hauschka, obviously the scent is either rose or it's an iris or an herbal. So, you know, I was used to things that were fragranced for something that was sort of aromatherapy and really pleasing. So to have no fragrance, but to actually smell the argan oil itself, just had a little bit more of a mustier earthiness. So anyways, really loved it, and then found out that there were so many on the market besides JOSIE MARAN, because this probably, she's raised her prices quite a bit in Canada, so this is probably now somewhere between 55 and 70, I don't even know now, for a 2 liter, no, not liter, sorry, not 2 ounce, yes, 2 ounces or 60 ml basically. So I tried out other ones that were less to see if I found any bit of a difference, and the verdict is absolutely not. I didn't find, well, okay, you know what? Okay, I'll mention it with one of them. So here are the ones that I tried. So you've got the JOSIE MARAN. Then I tried something from the POSH PEDDLER. Tried that. Then I did the Shea Terra. Tried that. And then the last one, I think is like ANDROCCO or something, and I tried that. So what I did, the reason why it's taken me so long to get this up is that I really wanted to try them singularly. I didn't want to open all bottles up at the same time. So basically I'd done JOSIE MARAN, I think I'd done 2 of her bottles, so I kind of knew what her product was like. And then the next one I tried was the POSH PEDDLER. So I tried that up until probably around here. Then I stopped. Then I opened another one, tried it up until around there, stopped, tried another one, tried it up until around here. And then what I did in the last round is I tried them all on different days, because, you know, when you've tried this and you stopped here and then you're on to another one, it's been months since I've used this one. So what I did was I tried them individually and then rotated them once they were all open down to sort of the end. And that's when I noticed a tiny bit of a difference, but just with this one. With the other ones, I really didn't notice much. I would say that the Shea Terra and the JOSIE were more similar. I did have a little tiny bit of a smell when I first opened it, but I don't smell it now. So I would say that those 2 were sort of the similar. I didn't really smell anything with the POSH PEDDLER. Now with this one, the reason why I noticed a tiny bit of a difference with this one is because the weather had turned a little bit colder. I had started this in the summer, and in the summertime, you know, your skin is already, you know, pretty moisturized. It keeps its moisture a little bit more. You don't have, you know, the wind chill factor and the snow and the cold and all that sort of stuff. But since it started turning cold here, I noticed that this didn't moisturize as much as the other ones. I mean, it still did because it's an oil, but I found even the consistency to just be a little bit thinner than the other ones. So the great indicator was the fact of when I was using my retinol, because for those of you who know what happens to your skin, tight, dry, flaky, patches of stuff, redness, irritation, all of those sorts of things. I found that argan was the one thing that would just calm it all down and really hydrate it so that I could keep using the retinol. So I just found it so beneficial to use that hand in hand while my skin was acclimating to the retinol. And I found with this one, I would have to put on a little bit more than the other ones. Like I would, you know, do my retinol, put this on, and then go about my business, and about 10 or 15 minutes later I would have to use a couple of extra drops of this one. So I think that there is a tiny bit of a difference. Also, not to mention, when I first ordered this, it took forever. In fact, I complained. I wrote him back and I just said, listen, it's now 9 weeks. That's almost 2 months. Well, it's over 2 months. 8, 9 weeks. And for, you know, this, I was just like, obviously it's gotten lost in the mail. I was really excited about him because he just seemed sort of like a really small little company that I really, really wanted to support. And he was so great at customer service. He got back to me within minutes when I would email him questions and stuff. And then all of a sudden when I had a complaint about, hello, where's my product? It's been like, you know, months now. It would take longer. He wouldn't get back to me. It would take days. I would have to badger him, and finally he would get back to me. So that kind of turn in customer service really pissed me off. So I started to get really kind of irritated and no longer sort of wanted to showcase him. And he refunded my money, luckily enough. And then like a week later, the product showed up. So I wrote him back and I said, listen, it finally did show up, and I do want to pay you because obviously I was only asking for a refund because I thought it got lost in the mail. But now that it's arrived, I don't feel good about not paying for the product. And he in turn said, no, you know what, just think of it, just because you had to wait so long and we went through that bit of a kerfuffle. So, you know, it's on us. And it was quite inexpensive, but I thought that was really nice of him to do. But honestly, I wouldn't order again because I don't want to wait 2 months for my product. So there's that. And I would have to say that out of all of them, I would order from Shea Terra. I've ordered from Shea Terra before. I really, really love their company. I love their shipping policy, especially for those of us who don't live in the States and have to order sometimes. I will mention this, and a slag to that company called ALLURE or something. I think he was peddling his stuff around YouTube. I knew a lot of people were reviewing his argan oil, and it comes in like a little gold type bottle, I think, but it was ALLURE, and I wanted to actually order his as well because it was one of the popular argans that was going around on YouTube, and his shipping was $20 for a 1 ounce bottle, like I don't know if it was 1 or 2 ounce, but it was a small bottle, and he was charging $20 for shipping. So I emailed him and I said, listen, I order from the States all the time, and I just don't understand why you have a $20 shipping policy. And his reply was, you know, it's very competitive. We have a great price on our argan. So basically, he was basically telling me that because we have such a great price on our argan, I'm going to kind of, you know, stick it to you in the shipping so I can make a little bit more. It's basically what I heard. And I got really pissed off, and I said to him, you know, I don't think what you're saying makes any sense to me because I'm actually in the process of ordering argan from 4 different sites, and I will tell you that the other sites are offering their shipping for $2.50, and their price is just as competitive as yours. So, and his response to me was, who, where, what? You show me that website. And so I was really choked, and I was like, you want to know it so badly? You should do your own research and find out where, because I'm not just going to give you names now at this point. Yeah. Don't F with me. I get pretty darn pissed off when people try and say, you know. Anyways, I don't even want to get into that because it's Christmas time and I want to be in a festive mood. So I was really choked with him. And honestly, this little bottle, $24. I would say this about the same. This less because it's half the size, so $12 versus, I almost dropped it, $55 to $70 for the exact same product, and I really couldn't tell a difference. So in fact, I just ordered a 4-ounce bottle, so double the size of this, and it was $44. So less, I mean, obviously I'm not showing, this is actually $15 or $18. So it's not fair. Don't look at just the size of this. I'm talking about JOSIE Maran's size bottle, like this size, the 2-ounce bottle. So the 2-ounce bottle would be 55 to 70, somewhere in there, versus for 4 ounces, double the size of this for $44. What I love about Shea Terra, again, going back to the shipping policy, is that they charge you just what it costs them to ship. So I think there's sometimes a double charge. So you'll pay for the product, and then they'll charge it again once they go to the post office and actually send it out. So you'll get another charge for exactly what it costs them. They're not making a single cent off of you for shipping. And that's the kind of company that I want to support, because there's too many of them out there that have like the lowest price for the product, but then charge you $32 to ship, when you know it costs them all of $4, $5. And the thing that really pisses me off is that they don't have a corporate sort of a mail or shipping. You actually see the postage. So it's kind of like, haha, I've already got your money and in your face, so I will ship it to you and actually show you that I charged you $25 for shipping, but it cost me $7.32 to ship that to you. So that just, you know, totally gets my goat. It's the principle of the matter. It's not about the price. It's really just ethics. So I would support Shea Terra just because of their shipping policy. The price, I found it to be exactly like the JOSIE Maran. I like their whole philosophy. They really bring in a lot of products that are natural, 100% organic, and I've ordered them from them before. I've never had any problems with any of the products I've ordered. The next one, okay, would be POSH PEDDLER. I don't think I would order for them. Number one, as you can see with the label, it's just a piece of paper slapped onto a bottle, and you get the oil all over the place. Whereas with Shea Terra, you know, a lot more professional looking. It's more like a sealed, I don't know what material that is, but as you can see, you know, it's just a clean looking bottle. It looks very professional. This just looks like somebody at home who slapped on some paper, and you've got oil all over it. The other thing that I didn't realize only after I'd ordered it and they sent me the literature was the fact that they are not fair trade. What they do say is that they give highly competitive wages. So I don't really know if I want to go on their word about it. So in that way as well, I would much rather support free trade and that they're fair to those who harvest this in, I believe it's only available in one place in the world, which is Morocco, and I think it's a community of women who harvest the actual argan and then process it. Well, they don't process it, but sell it. So it really is about being good to the community as you are sort of trading in their resources. So in this one, again, like I said, I found it to be the slightest difference in just the actual quality of the argan itself. I'm not too sure. Again, I had the problem with the length of time. So hopefully, to those of you who waited so long for this video, I really apologize. But like I said, I did want to try them all individually and then collectively afterwards. So the verdict and the result is that I would put my money on Shea Terra. So 24 or so for this size, and 44 for double the size. The shipping should be anywhere between $2 and $5 to Canada. Elsewhere in the world, I don't know, but again, they will only charge you what it costs them. So yeah, I hope you found that helpful, and I will see you soon, and hopefully in a whole another outfit. Thanks so much, guys.